Hi, I'm Andi. Welcome back. I'm really happy that you're here. This is my makeup rehab for the month of July. Anything that has left my collection, anything that has come into my collection, this is where we talk about it. This is where I give you numbers, tell you how much I used up, how much I brought in, all that jazz. As always, I'm going to start with my empties, and we're going to do beauty empties. So skincare, hair care, body care empties first. So for hair care, I only have one thing, and this is not the packaging that it came in, but this was my Divinas Love hair mask. And I got that from Mary Catherine Loves Cats. I did break the packaging, and so I rehomed it into two containers, and the first container was gone, I don't know, a couple months ago, and then this one, this was the end of it. So it was a lovely hair mask. I loved it a lot. It smelled amazing. It smelled, I really can't place the smell. It's kind of a pretty floral maybe, but very clean. You guys, I don't know. I can't place the smell, but it is very, very nice. So that is gone. Yay for that. Let's go with some body care and the Ritual of Jing mild body scrub. This is the Relax. You guys, I can't remember where I got this, but I'm thinking it might have been what was that beauty box I used to get that they don't have anymore? I'll put it down here if I remember. Luxley, the Luxley beauty box. Yeah. And it smells so good. It's just very clean, but very relaxing scent. So that is gone. My Soul Body Sparkling Mimosa Body Cream. Used that. I had used the body scrub up first. This, I just had a little bit left to go and finally got that used up. And then my Lumi Acidified Body Wash. This is in the Lavender Sage. This was my last body wash from Lumi. I have switched over to bar soap rather than the body wash. I like the bar soap better. And I think I have 2 or 3 bar soaps left. So I'm still good on the body wash and washing the body, washing the pits and parts. I love it. I love Lumi. Life-changing. All right, let's talk about some skincare. I used up the Clarity Brighten It 10% lactic acid solution. I didn't love this, you guys. I didn't love it. I got it also in a box or something. Lactic acid does tingle a little bit when you put it on. This tingled a little bit more than any other lactic acid I had ever used, but it didn't burn. It just tingled. And the thing I don't like about this is the order that I put it on my face. I had to use a cotton pad with this, and I felt like it took off my vitamin C. I put on my vitamin C, and then I put on my lactic acid. And I would have rather liked it to be a consistency that I could just rub it on. I have the Ordinary lactic acid solution. I'm so happy that I'm going to start using that starting tomorrow because I use it in the AM. So yes, but that is gone, and that was kind of expensive. Also, I have my Geek and Gorgeous Sea Glow 101. This is my vitamin C. This was my last vitamin C that I had. I had not repurchased my Timeless that I really love, although I liked this a lot. I got this after watching Tina H. Beautiful Journey talk about it on her channel. It's $13.99 as opposed to like $28 or $29 from the Timeless. I didn't really see a difference in the two. Timeless was my holy grail, but I think I'm going to actually repurchase this for now. It is really nice. It has a very low pH, and I was really pleasantly surprised by it. So I will probably repurchase that, but so far I haven't purchased any vitamin C, and I need to. I have the Elemis Superfood Glow Cleansing Butter. This is just a deluxe sample size. Loved this. I love all Elemis products. I have never used an Elemis product that I didn't love. So I did love this. I would not purchase full size because it's really expensive. It's pretty expensive, but it was a very nice cleanser. If you have a chance to get it on sale or from the Boxy Drop Shop or whatever, I recommend it. I do recommend it. I have the Kate Somerville Exfoliate Intensive Exfoliating Treatment. This was in my Beauty A to Z, which I didn't do an update on that this past month. Actually, this were all in my Beauty A to Z. Spoiler for next month. I didn't have time to update it. And so I will be updating that next month, or this month, August. But I love this. I love this stuff. I think it's amazing. My skin looks and feels so good when I use this. I have figured out though, and it says on the instructions, do not leave more than 2 minutes. It says up to 2 minutes. And I got distracted and I had it on for like 2.5 minutes, and right around my nose got really sensitive. And so I need to, when I use this, I have to make sure that I am keeping an eye on the time and not getting distracted because I don't want to burn my face off. And then the final item that I have that is skincare is the Tony Moly Cat's Perfect Day Cream. This was in my, I believe, Panning Cats and Dogs. I believe it was something with cute packaging. Yes, I think it was in my Panning Cats and Dogs. It was amazing. I brought it in. This had been sitting in my little cart over here for I don't know how long, because I can't even remember where I got it. I think I might have got it in a Busy Beauty skincare box, I think. But I can't really remember where I got it. Thinking that I would probably never use it. It was lovely. It was a very odd texture. It was very jello-like, like jelly. But it was creamy at the same time. It was very odd. But I used this as my daytime moisturizer, and this was lovely. I freaking loved it. So I know that they sell them on Amazon. They're like $27 on Amazon. I'm not sure I'm going to pay $27 for it because, I mean, it's kind of a lot of product, but not really. I don't know, you guys. I don't know if I would or not. That is all my beauty empties for the month of June. We're going to get set up for some makeup. I don't have a lot of makeup empties, but a couple of the ones I do have, I'm very excited about. But first, we have the Dew of the Gods. This is the Tahitian Breakfast. This is Dewy Collagen Face Primer. I got this in friend mail from Laura the Bargain Hunter. And you guys, I really liked it a lot. It was very moisturizing. Now, I still had to use a pore-filling primer when I used this, but I do that anyway. But it was very nice. It had like the scent was like kind of like a strawberry milkshake for whatever reason. But I really liked it. I would use it again. If I found it on the drop shop, I would think about buying it if I didn't have a ton of primers already. But it's a very hydrating primer. I also have the Wet n Wild Impossible Primer. This is my Holy Grail primer. The one silicone-free primer that does it all. It is so good. I recommend this primer. Now, I do know a couple of people that have used this that they don't like it. And I have very dry skin. In the summertime, it's more a combination, but it's still a little dry. So this works really well for me. A couple of my friends have an oily complexion and they do not like this. But it is empty, completely empty. One thing that I will say about this is once you open it, you need to use it. You can't just let it sit around and like rotate it in and out because it will dry out. When you go to squeeze it, it just like pops out and it's very crumbly. That's what I'm trying to say. It gets very crumbly and then it's not very nice. But as soon as it's opened, when I open one, I do try to use it to completion. And I mean, it takes a minute, but very affordable. Definitely, this is a constant repurchase for me. Luckily, I got 2 for my birthday from my friend Michelle, so I don't actually have to repurchase it for a little while. Okay, the 2 things I'm very excited about finishing. This is the Milani Baked Bronzer in the shade Dolce. You guys, look. I can't get any more out of it. I mean, I can, but if you can see that mesh screen on the bottom, I'm going to call it done. I'm calling it done because it was baked. It was a baked bronzer. Do you know how much I had to use this in order to finish it? I don't even know. I don't know. I don't have my final numbers. I don't have any numbers on how many uses it took to use the whole thing because I didn't start panning until last year. And I had been using it for a year and a half prior to that. But I do recommend this bronzer. This is a beautiful bronzer. It has a slight glow to it, but not in your face glowy. I will repurchase this bronzer at some point. I have three that I really want to try to get some use on before I buy another bronzer. And then you guys, my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Liner. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to this little guy. This is how big. This is how big he is. I can't sharpen it anymore because this bottom little piece won't go in the sharpener. And I tried like 3 different sharpeners and I can't use it anymore. So I am calling it done. I have already replaced him with another pencil liner, black pencil liner, that I will try to use the rest of the year. But look at this guy. Look at him. He's so cute. He ended up being less than, wait a minute. I need to look and see how many centimeters he is. Because every time I sharpened it, I send it to Aaron. I sent the picture to Aaron. 1.5 centimeters. 1.5 centimeters. And then it's done. So that was very exciting for me. I started in January, Flawed and Fabulous, put that in one of her project pans. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do that with you. I'm going to do that with you. So I brought this in, not in any project, but just to use, just to see how long it would take me to use all of it. And it had been used previously, but not a lot. So about 6 months. About 6 months. I'd say maybe 10 months total to use a whole one of those. I use a black liner 99% of the time when I do my makeup. I just tightline with it. I don't put it above my lashes very often, but I tightline with a black liner just about every time I do my makeup. So that was a lot of use. And when I repurchase, because I will repurchase, these are amazing liners. And Ulta, I think it was either Ulta or Sephora, just had them 50% off. And I didn't get them. I didn't get any because I have way too many liners to even think about buying another one. But I will buy another one. And then I'm going to keep track of how long it takes me to finish it from the beginning. So you guys, that was exciting. Let's talk about my purchases because I do have some purchases this month. Okay, for beauty items, there's twice as much as there should be. And there's a reason for that. Lumi was having a 4th of July sale. And as we all know, I love Lumi. Well, I wanted to buy more deodorant because I am on my last cream deodorant. And the cream deodorant that I use is in the stick. So it's in this packaging, but it has little holes that the cream comes out of. Well, me being me and not really paying attention to what I'm doing, I ordered 3 solids. And I will use the solids. I like the solids, but I love the cream. For me, heat of summer, the cream does way better for me. So I bought 3 solids, not realizing that they were solids. And then after I put in the order, I realized what I had done. So I'm like, whatever, I'll just keep them. And then they had a better sale that was like 30% off or something. And I'm like, oh, well, I can't not buy anything now. So I went in and bought the 3 cream whole body deodorants. So the scents that I got in the solids, I got the soft powder. I got 2 of the soft powders. I really like that scent. And I got 1 of the fresh alpine. Again, love that scent. And in the cream deodorants, I got the fresh alpine, the soft powder, and the lavender sage. Love all three of those very, very much. Those are usually my go-to. I had a small sample of the tube of the clean tangerine, and I thought that was nice, but it wasn't my favorite. And I don't do coconut, so the toasted coconut is lost on me. But before they reformulated, because it has a mandelic acid in it, it tends to be a little funky when you first put it on, when you first apply the body wash or the soap or whatever. It was a little funky because of the scent of the smell of the mandelic acid. Well, they had one called something pine, something, oh, now I can't remember what it was called, but I freaking loved it. It was gray. It was more of a masculine scent, but it smelled to me like essential oils, which I love that scent. They reformulated and they changed their scents to work better with the mandelic acid so that it wasn't so funky when you put it on. Actually, I didn't mind the funk because it didn't last. Like, it didn't last. You put it, you put the body wash on, you can smell the funkiness, but then it just dissipated very quickly. So it's not like it hung around and you smelled funky. You didn't. But people were complaining about the funky smell. So they reformulated it. And I wish silver spruce, that's what I loved that smell. Oh my gosh, I loved it. I wish they would have just stayed with the ones that they had. Also, they had a vanilla that a lot of people liked that they don't anymore because of the reformulation. The vanilla didn't work well with the funk, whatever. So that is all my beauty purchases. I didn't purchase anything else, and I only meant to purchase 3, but I ended up purchasing 6. Oh, and what I was going to say is the solids, I'm going to use those in the winter because I don't need the extra protection or whatever that I feel like the cream gives. I don't need that in the winter because I'm not sweaty mess. And, dead of summer, like today, it's like 89% humidity, and it was like close to 90 degrees today. So it's a little swampy out there, a little swampy. And I need stuff like this. And like I said, I was on my last one. So that was all of my beauty purchases. But I did buy some makeup, a little bit of makeup from Sephora. I put in an order. I had a Sephora gift card from my friend Zach. He gave it to me for my birthday. And I was initially going to buy a fragrance with it. Something that I really liked. But then Natasha Denona came out with the mini rose palette. And this is a beautiful, beautiful little palette. I did do a get ready with me using this. I will have that linked up in the cards. And it's just beautiful. Since I was buying this, I also bought the Natasha Denona Mini My Dream palette. This has been on my list for a really long time. And just like when I bought the Natasha Denona Mini Starlet, I bought the Mini Biba because that had been on my list. So I tend to buy them in 2s. But, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. That is a cool neutral lover's dream. I am a cool neutral lover, so I can't wait to use this. I've already used this, but I can't wait to use this. With that, I got a couple of samples from Sephora, like you do, and I got the Outset Ultra Light Boosting Oil. This is a moisture boosting oil. So I got that. I didn't really care for a lot of the samples. I didn't want any foundation samples because you can't do a full face with the foundation samples that they give you. They give you all kinds of different shades, which I think is amazing. Now, the little blister ones, like the little blister packs, at least you can get a little bit more. But when it's just like a peel off and you do this and it's a tester. You basically test it. So I didn't really care for a lot of the samples that they had. But the ones I did choose, I'm happy that I did. So that. And then, you guys, if you're not new here, you know that I'm really weird with my perfume. Really weird with my perfume. There is a lot of perfume that I don't like. There are a lot of notes that I don't like. And I'm slowly discovering perfumes that I do like. I got a sample of, it's called Boy Smells. That's the company name is Boy Smells, which I had never heard of. But the scent is called Woodphoria. You guys, it is nice. I will put the notes up here so you can see what it is, or over here. So you can see what the notes are. I love this. I wore this the other night and it stayed on all evening long. It did not fade, or, you know, I have a couple that after a few hours, I can't even smell them anymore. And I've asked Anthony, can you still smell this? And he says no. This, it wasn't strong to begin with, but it smelled so good. And I will be purchasing at least a travel size of this because I do really love it. Love, love. All right, those are all of my empties and my purchases. Let's talk some numbers, you guys. So for my beauty empties, so that is all my skincare, hair care, and body care, my beauties equaled $359.40. The biggest part of that was the Kate Somerville Exfoliate and the Clarity Lactic Acid Solution. Those were the biggest part of that. Those were both very expensive items, $359.40. My makeup empties were $53.61, and that was the four items that I had, $53.61. My total makeup and beauty items was $413.01. My year-to-date beauty is $1,735.45. And my year-to-date makeup is $505.58. Those are my empties that I've had. For a grand total year-to-date, both makeup and beauty, was $2,241.03. Ecstatic. Ecstatic about that. And I realized that I didn't tell you what my purchases cost last month, which... Did I have purchases last month? I don't know. Anyway, so my spending for my beauty items, both orders from Lumi, was $66.53. And really, I don't think that's bad. That makes these $10 each. And $10 and some change. I'm so willing to pay for that. So anytime they have a sale, I'm going to buy more, which is why I count them in my empties and my purchases. And so because they're not a necessity, I feel like I need to declare them, if you will. Need to declare them. My makeup purchases this time, it was $54, but I'm not taking that out of my beauty account because I used a gift card. And I do not count gifts, and I do not count gift cards. If I purchase something with a gift card, it does not count toward my beauty bank. So I didn't have any makeup purchases that count against me. My spending for the year, and this really gets me, because the last couple years, I went a little ham. I went a little ham on my spending, which is why I'm doing this now, because I realize I bought way too much. I have way too much, but I am slowly decluttering and using items up. But anyway, so my total spent for the year in makeup and in beauty items was $437.37. Now, prior to me quitting my job, I had $50 a paycheck put into my beauty bank. So obviously, I'm not having that right now because I'm not working right now. But I did still have money in my beauty bank because I hadn't really bought much this year. So I think $437 for both makeup and beauty items is pretty damn good for the year. And like I said, I spent $261.42 on beauty items. So my skincare, I have spent more on skincare than I have makeup. And that has never been the case. So I'm very, very happy. Very happy. Tell me in the comments below something exciting that you bought this month or something exciting that you used up this month. I would like to celebrate with you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you being here. And until next time, everyone have a great day, and we'll see you later.